Always clear your memory card before pawning an item. So, you can read this post for the whole backstory. Basically, a lady we'll call Leech, for reasons made clear at the end, spent a year helping her best friend, Psycho, harass my family and I over a custody dispute. Leech wasn't related to the family at all, just a friend with an affinity for causing drama. She would make fake profiles along with Psycho, and try to fish information about us out of friends and family. Just some real nasty stuff. Leech would take the online harassment further than Psycho, which never made any sense to me because I never had a personal problem with Leech. We had known each other back in grade school, and were even casual friends. She used our past history to try to weasel into my friends list, but I already saw that she was helping Psycho slander my name online and didn't buy into her malarkey. She then started copying my display pictures and making them into ugly memes. Any post I made public was instantly captured and mocked on her stepmother's support page. Leech was dating the best friend of Psycho's husband. Her boyfriend had a daughter from a previous relationship, and Leech was a proud and attentive stepmother. Most of her identity revolved around being a stepmother. The page on which she posted the memes she made and posts she stole had been running for a number of years and had nearly 10k members. She created it herself. She and Psycho also started a handful of other pages for the sole purpose of harassing and mocking us. A couple I had to have legally removed, police were involved and everything. This had been going on since before March, and for Christmas that year my wife's grandmother got each of the great-grandkids a 3Ds. To save some money, she went to a pawn shop for some gently used consoles and games. This is where karma had dealt us a sweet hand. Nana had purchased 4 3Ds in total. The one my daughter just happened to get had a memory card inside full of photos. Upon a quick scan, I realized the people looked familiar. It was Leech and her boyfriend. Over and over, dozens of photos, some a little racy. Why else would I be given this opportunity? Of course, I was meant to use them, right? Haha. I immediately get to work, uploading every photo and file and set up a fake email account with bits of her information to make it look like hers. I joined any and all free dating sites I could think of, even downloaded some apps that aren't advertised as dating. But we all know that's how they are used. In short, I plastered her selfies everywhere. I refrained from using the inappropriate ones because I just didn't feel right about that. Implied loose morals were as far as I wanted to take it. I answered a couple of messages on each site to make it look more authentic, even sharing more innocent enough selfies to prove I was the real deal. A while ago, I had come across Leech's cell number online. She had shared it in a public comment and I was in the process of screen capping any post she made about my family. I had screen capped that comment too, but hadn't done anything with it. I was just gathering and retaining all the information I could, and my patience was about to pay off. After giving a few guys the number, I didn't bother logging on anymore. That was enough damage, I thought. It would be easy enough for her to prove she had never visited those sites, and they should be able to recognize the photos as being taken with the crappy lens of an early 3Ds. But then the other boot dropped. After a few weeks, maybe a month, I go snooping on Leech's stepmother's support page to see if she had anything to say about my antics. But it was quiet. Weird. I check out her profile and find all her past posts have been hidden, and the boyfriend scrubbed of all photos available. When I check out his profile, there is this gigantic rant about unfaithful witches. Oops. Turns out, Leech had been sleeping with her boyfriend's best friends. The guy Psycho was married to. Older brother. It had been going on for some time and no one knew anything, not even Psycho. If the boyfriend hadn't confronted her about the random texts she was getting from horny guys, he never would have seen the other texts that were cleverly disguised to hide the affair. Being a self-proclaimed stay-at-home stepmom, he had visitation every other weekend and 2 weeks in the summer. Leech had no interest in holding a job. The boyfriend owned and paid for everything, including her cell phone. When he found out about the affair, he kicked her out of the house and took her phone. He pawned all of it to pay off some of the enormous debt she had put him in. The reason the 3Ds was in the pawn shop at all was because he needed some extra cash. It was his 3DS, and he had pawned it for some money for a present for her. He wasn't able to pay it back in time and the shop owner resold the item. That's why the memory card wasn't wiped or anything. I'd say it was meant to be. Now to the comments. I need a cigarette after reading this and I'm not even a smoker. Sweet, poetic karma. Duck cigarettes. This requires cigars or pipes and sitting together like some old gentleman's club. Not a smoker either. Best I can do on short notice is a bubble pipe and a smugly knowing yes. Quite. Wow, you got really lucky with that 3Ds. First that someone you know bought it and your child got the correct one of 4. I feel like a lot of the initial drama could have been avoided by just not using Facebook. OP replied, when you're right, you're right. A lesson I learned in the most horrendous way. Also, the golden rule of don't start none, won't be none. I don't get it. If you used the pictures on the 3Ds and that caused the breakup, then how did the breakup cause the 3Ds to be pawned? Or did I read that wrong? Edited to add I did read it wrong. From what I gather, the random texts caused by OP got the BF's attention and the BF found the older ProRevenge evidence as a byproduct of seeing these newer revenge texts. OP didn't reveal anything themselves directly. So, buy 3Ds from pawn shop. Discover photos. Dating site profiles. Random texts. Actual cheating discovered as byproduct. Kicks her out. Pawns 3Ds among other things. OP buys 3Ds from pawn shop. Discovers photos. Something does not make sense. How exactly did the effects of selling the 3Ds cause the cheating to be discovered if that's why the 3Ds was pawned? Dang, that's savage and beautiful. Well done taking the universe's sign. Just a masterpiece, great job OP. Holy shit. I read both posts and that was a ducking ride. Wow, r/ProRevenge and r/life pro tips in the same post. Dang, you'd have to really be desperate to use a 3Ds as a camera. The interface is freaking terrible for that. I mean, if you wanted 3D photos to lol. You better thanked Grandma profusely for that gift of a lifetime. That was a gift that keeps on giving. Wait. So, I'm a little high, apologies, but it's Sunday, it's raining and we're still in lockdown here. You find a 3Ds at a pawn shop and use that information to sabotage Leech, which causes the 3Ds to end up at the pawn shop in the first place. I thought I was at like a 4/10 of a pints of highnesses, but now I feel like it's a 14/10. How is this story not like a time loop? Does the 3Ds go to the pawn shop twice, or am I missing something? What is going on? Lol. OP replied, no, the boyfriend had pawned it sometime before Christmas to make some money for a present for Leech. I don't know if it was for Christmas. But he lost it before then, so I don't think so. When he kicked Leech out, he pawned the rest of her stuff too. This is amazing. I love it when karma gives you a chance, and you take it. Well done, my friend. Dang, reading both stories. Karma Fairy was hella busy hitting those two for drama and trauma they cause to your family, friends, especially towards your daughter. It's good you didn't post the racy pics. It could have always been seen as revenge porn even though you had no part in them existing. Karma dealt a very nice hand here. Justice Boner. Activate. Someone wrote that they needed a cigarette after this. Boy, this is almost nuclear revenge, but not enough to reach that level. Was so satisfying to read. Oh my god. This is one of the craziest stories I have ever heard. Lol, such a poetic justice. Sounds like really good karma for Leech's boyfriend. Stay-at-home mom while they're in debt. This really upsets me. Leech is a dumb one. You have a man who works and provides and pays for everything, to the point of selling his stuff to buy you presents, and you go and cheat on him? That's so stupid. A man that devoted is hard to find.